What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live stream. Happy Friday, people. Hope you are all well. Another big weekend in the title race. Manchester derby, Arsenal play against Forest. And listen, man, it could be a big weekend, but a lot going on off the pitch as well. I'm sure you can see in the title, we will be talking about Manchester City as well. Looks like they're going to get another signing over the line. What happened to 115? Remember when 115 was going to rip Manchester City to bits and Pep signed a new deal? Haaland signed, what didn't he sign like a 9-year contract or something crazy like that? And they're about to drop 100 million in this window. 115, I always said, was never going to do anything. You know, they're going to get that pushed back and pushed back again. They're going to get lawyers, solicitors, and by time you know it, it'll fizzle out. It'll be a little fine and they'll keep it moving, you know. But listen, we have to focus on ourselves, handle business, and not worry about them too much. So that's got to be the focus. But big up to everyone. Big up the Twitch gang as well. And big up everyone locked in on YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. YouTube actually notified you. There you go. Just do your job. Do your job. Do your job, YouTube. Do your job. That's my Roy Keane impression. Yeah, not the best, but you knew what I was doing anyway. Big up to you all. Hope you're well on this Friday. And yeah, watch along tomorrow, 4:30. I'll be live for a 5:30 kickoff. Big up to each and everyone locked in. Big up Ross, man. Do you know it's so annoying how I used to know everyone's name in the chat, and now it's gone from like your profile name to your @, and then sometimes I'm looking like, yo, I know the profile picture, but your name's different, and I have to figure it out. Why change things, YouTube? You know what I mean? I mean, look, you know, Dyche's not really looking forward to the game, to be honest, because, you know, Arsenal are top of the league. But when I turn up with this low block, Arteta won't know what's hitting, mate. He'll have no idea. And Odegaard, I mean, listen, mate, I've drank 4 pints of petrol on the way here, mate. You know, he's a little weasel. He wouldn't even get in my reserves, mate. He wouldn't even get in the women's team. Wheat brick, sweet wood, wheat concrete. There we go. That's what Daichi thinks. 2-pack changes. You know what I mean? No need for it. Big up Unknown C. All right, couple things to talk about before we get into the show. Hope everyone's well. You know the Daichi one, I don't do it too often now, so I feel a bit... But we have a go. We have a go, people. You know, it's worth having a go. For my FIFA players, EA, but, you know, I call it FIFA. I'm old school. Pro Evo, ISS Pro, all of that good stuff, people. It is Team of the Year day. If you are a FIFA player, 6 p.m. tonight. This is the team of the year that has been named. Donnarumma in goal, Kunde at right back, Nuno Mendes at left back, Van Dijk and Saliba. Saliba makes it in at centre back, people. The midfield, Pedri, Vitinha and Declan Rice, with a front three of Osman Dembele, Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. So yeah, there you go. Saliba and Declan Rice in the FIFA team of the year. Or the EA team of the year, I suppose it is. But yeah, no idea how Lamine Yamal's not in there, to be honest. He came second in Ballon d'Or. No idea how PSG have only got one defender in a team that won the treble. You know, Kunde ain't better than Hakimi. There's a few you could argue with, but you know, it is what it is. Got some car park tickets for sale. Bjorn, we don't joke about that here. It's quite a sore subject. So, you know, when we talk about car park and tickets, you know, it's I don't take it lightly. I really don't. But nah, listen, it does serve me right, to be honest. You know, it's Drake. What do you expect? You buy a ticket, you end up in the car park. So yeah, is what it is. But big up to everyone locked in, man. Hope you're all well on this Friday. And Toma talks football. Martinelli jump on Zubamendi third goal was hilarious. I didn't even see that. I can't even lie. I haven't even seen that. I'll have a look back and I'll see what you meant. Oh, there's restrictions, so maybe they can't have too many PSG players in the team. Yeah, Bjorn, on a Friday, you know, towards the end of the week, still getting trolled on my own channel. But I respect it. You know, that's what it's about, information entertainment. OVO Curtis, nah, none of that, mate. None of that. None of that. But anyway, I was bored. I was in New York. There was a... You know what I mean? What do you want me to do? $47 for a ticket, Drake. I'm in New York. Why not? It's a good night out. Turns out it's a car park space, but you know, could still hear him from outside, but just didn't have much to look at. No, I didn't turn up. I sold it. Half price. But anyway, New York's a tough city, man. You know what I mean? The Big Apple. If you don't move correctly, you end up in the car park. No, that's how they move. Speaking of moving ruthless people, forget 115 Chargers. These men are spending about 115 million in the January transfer window. Manchester City, Blue Moon. You saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart. I don't know the words, but you know the song anyway. And then a bit of Oasis at the end. I don't believe that anybody. City. That's probably louder than the atmosphere inside their stadium, to be honest, because it's a library. But the court case, it ain't doing nothing, people. Then man said, what? 115, hold that. I said, what's that? Yo, open the envelope when you get in the car. Get them Chargers offers. You know what I mean? They got rid of that real quick. Fabrizio Romano tweeted about 2 hours ago. Exclusive Manchester City advance on the Mark Guehi deal. A big approach has been made in the last 12 hours. Manchester City presented an important proposal to Guehi in terms of the contract. Eventually, they're now ready to proceed with Crystal Palace. The deal is now closer. I mean, it's annoying. Yeah, let me guess. Guehi called Arteta and Arsenal. Oh, listen, if you promise me you'll sign me in the summer, I won't go to Man City, Mikel. Honestly, I won't. That's what they fed out there to make us feel better for not getting Semenyo. Well, I know Semenyo's gone to City, lads, but you know his agent called Arsenal personally and said, "If you sign me, I'll come to you. I promise, I won't go to City." Yeah, that don't mean much. Listen, I think the way we've got to look at this, people, is of course, I'm a little bit apprehensive. We haven't won a league title in over 20 years, and seeing Man City get Guehi and Semenyo in a January window is concerning. You know what I mean? Because it gets them out of their problems. You know what I mean? It gets them out of their problems. You know, Vardiol's out for 3 months. Diaz is out for 6 weeks, 5 weeks now, because he's been out for a week. They can end up putting Ake and Guehi at centre back, and that's a solid centre back pairing still, where they'd have had to play the young boy Elaine or Cousinhoff, who I don't think's that great. Cousinhoff, to be honest. They reckon this deal's going to be £30 million. And Liverpool didn't get him for 35 million in the summer. I think what's happened here, people, is Steve Parish, the Crystal Palace owner, I think he's got to January and he's panicked. He's been saying the whole year, no, we're not going to sell him in January. We'll let him go on a free in the summer. We can win the Conference League, blah, blah, blah. He's got to January and he's gone, you know what? He's leaving in May on a free. I need to get some money out of this deal. I just got to get 30 million out of City while I can get it. And I think he's pressed the panic button at the last minute. Clearly, Arsenal don't have money because apparently we've been all over this deal. You know, everyone I've been speaking to, listen, Arsenal are trying to get Guehi, blah, blah, blah. But it looks like we were trying to get him in the summer on a free. He's got the City deal in front of him now. They're probably offering him crazy wages. He's not going to turn it down, is he? Football is too risky. Like, Guehi can't afford to sit there and go, well, you know what? I'll turn down City to wait to go to Arsenal in the summer. Imagine he got a major injury and that deal's off. I mean, I'm looking at it here, people. Mark Guehi earns a weekly wage of £50,000 a week. I mean, City can turn up and just go, they'll offer him 150 straight away. Probably treble his wages, big signing on fee. He's going to start. Him and John Stones play together for England at centre-back. Or he might even end up playing next to Diaz. So, yeah, it's one of them. Guehi on his way to Manchester City, but they'll be that little bit stronger. Glasner will be fuming. The whole time he's been saying, you know, I'll go if they sell him. And apparently he's going at the end of the season. So, yeah, very interesting. I think from an Arsenal point of view, because listen, like I said, we haven't won the league for a long time, which creates a lot of anxiety and we panic a lot, which is natural. You know, we're not comfortable with what we're seeing. You know, everything in our head says, oh no, Guehi's going to go there and do really well, and Semenyo's going to ball out for them. I suppose the way we got to look at it is this, guys. Oh, guys. Guehi's not better than Gabriel or Saliba. That's how we got to look at it. You know, he does strengthen them, but Guehi to Arsenal is a bench player. He can't get in the team. So Glasner has said Guehi won't be in the squad tomorrow. Well, there you go. It's game over, isn't it? He's done. He's left. He's going to be a Manchester City player. Guehi saw his bro Eze on lockup and was like, hell no, I ain't going to Arsenal. Hey, Ebbs, what's it like at Arsenal, bro? Honestly, they let me out 1 hour a day. The food is like just porridge. You know what I mean? I'm basically in jail. You know what I mean? I'm in Alcatraz. Nah, I'll leave it, mate. I'll play for Pep. You know what I mean? I'll play for Pep. More than you can believe, guys. More than you can believe. They thought when he was having that conversation with the Arsenal boys, he was like, listen, man, coming to Arsenal, he was like, bro, what's it like? I said, nah, man, ain't good over here, man. Go to City. You know, we train on a car park. You know what I mean? Nah, man. Win the Dog's just pooing all over the training ground. Where is Win the Dog, by the way? We haven't seen Win the Dog for months. What's happened to Win? What's happened to Win, man? Where is she? I reckon they've got rid of the dog. They said, listen, man, oh, guys, she's pooing everywhere, guys. I cannot do it, guys. If we get Zinny back, we have a chance. Yeah, we have a chance of winning nothing if we get Zinny back. Let Zinny go, man. Let Zinny go. Banged up 24 hours a day, you know what I mean? Big up Sniper, he said, yeah, but when Arsenal lose players to injuries, that costs us points. Now City have addressed theirs, yeah. I think the issue you've got with Arsenal is we don't have that many injuries at the moment, to be honest. Nkapie, Calafiori, and Mosquera. I think that's it. 3 injuries. You could include Max Dowman in that as well. City have got way more injuries than us. So I don't think we've got any money, people. I've got to be honest. I think 265 million in the summer. The lack of players that we sold for a decent transfer fee. We don't have the money. We just don't have the money. So, yeah, listen, I mean, I've been getting messages this morning from my friends. Oh, have you seen this? Guehi's going to City. I'm like, he wasn't going to come to us. Like, the first thing his agent's going to say, what are your plans for him? How does he get in your team? Guehi is not better than Gabriel or Saliba. He's going to go to City and play. Yeah, somebody just made a great point there. I've missed it. I think where the anxiety comes from and where we feel we could have done a little bit better is I think we could have been further ahead of Manchester City at this stage. You know, I think we should be like 9 or 10 points clear of them, which would have eased the pressure off a little bit. But listen, I know you're not going to win every single game, but I think there's a few games where you go, you know what, in a title race, you should have made that one 3 points. But it is what it is. It is what it is, people. Apparently Fabrizio just tweeted about Glasner. Glasner, mate, he might walk out. He's crazy about... Glasner confirms he will leave Crystal Palace in June. I already informed the club months ago I wanted a new challenge. There we go. You've pushed him over the edge. He's made it public now as well. Said, yeah, hello, Oliver Glasner speaking. Mark Guehi's what? Leaving? Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm in the press conference in 5 minutes. Yeah, Mark, how was your week? Yeah, no problem. Oh, by the way, I'm leaving at the end of the season. Why are you telling us that, mate? Yeah, Guehi's going. I've had enough. He can't complain. What does he want Guehi to? Guehi's got a chance to go to Palace. Leave Palace and play for Man City, bro. You know what I mean? What are we doing here? Yeah, Alexis Sanchez background today, people. Because sometimes I have to remind myself of individual brilliance at Arsenal. You know, don't take offence to it. He's a wonderful player. He's a great player. Some people get annoyed. Oh, why you got that snake in the background? He's a hell of a player, people. Just keep it moving. Go and watch his highlights back. You'll understand. You just had to be there. You had to be there, people. Right, let's move on. There aren't actually that many stories today. So we're going to crack on with a look ahead to the weekend. And the game against Forest. And obviously it's the Manchester Derby tomorrow, which is at Old Trafford. I've said it all week. Man United stink at the moment. 1 win in their last 5. Manager's been sacked. Darren Fletcher came in. He got dealt with as well. Now they've got Michael Carrick in charge. I don't know if this is more hope than expectation. And really, you should never rely on this Man United team because they are weak. But I just think they might get something out of Man City. I don't know if I'm really capping here because on the other hand, I'm thinking Semenyo, Doku, and Haaland against that Man United defence. They're going to get smoked. But it's a Manchester derby, people, and I'm telling you, sometimes United just turn up in these games. United. I'm telling just a point. Just take a point off them. Get a point. I don't think they'll beat them, but get a point. Come on, Sesko, Benjamin Tesco. We will be supporting you tomorrow. Just get a point off them. We'll take that, and then if we can beat Forest, you're at 8 points. Then we get. But listen, it's one of them, innit? Yeah, Ahmad and Mbeumo are back from AFCON as well, which is a massive boost for them. You know what I mean? Mbeumo's been one of their better players this season. So, listen, it's one of these. If you told me that City are going to beat them 4-0 tomorrow, I'd go, well, I'm not really that surprised. Because Man United are not very good at all. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised they got a draw. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to do a watch along, man. It's a very important game. You know, I said I won't do many Man City watch-alongs until we get right to the end of the season, but because I've got a little bit of hope, I might do that one. It's 12:30, isn't it? Is that 12:30 tomorrow? 12:30 kickoff. Yeah, I think we'll probably do that. What time will that finish? Let's say 1:15, 2:30. Yeah. Manchester derby. We will be there, guys. We will be there. United. Yeah, we'll be there for that one. That'll be a shameless one. I can't lie. Benjamin Sesko tomorrow, in my mind, is Robert Lewandowski. Prime Robert Lewandowski. Until that full-time whistle finishes. And then after that, you're a joker to me again. But for that 90 minutes, he's Robert Lewandowski. We will be there. 12:30 kickoff. I don't do much pre-match build-up on the ops, so I'll go live 12:15. 12:15, we will be there, guys. Arsenal watch-along will be 4:30 for a 5:30 kickoff. Yeah, Lewandowski, you know what I mean? Yeah, we will be there. We will be there. I'm sorry, we cannot let City sign Guehi and strengthen their defence, but hijack the Guehi deal or else I have serious doubts over you. Move fast. Could you go into a supermarket and buy a weekly shop with nothing in your pockets? It'd be difficult, wouldn't it? I've got my sourdough bread, I got the milk, I got the water, I got the... Butter ain't got no money, bro. I'm telling you. It's obvious. We ain't got no dough. We ain't buying no one in this window. We ain't buying no one. I never went into this window with any expectation. We'd done our business in the summer. Do you know what I mean? We clearly wanted a winger and couldn't get one. And then the money ran out, you know? The money ran out. One thing that I always said in the summer that bothered me, and I'm not nitpicking here, but I am sort of still putting an emphasis on this. Arsenal spent £52 million on Noni Madueke, right? Who he's doing okay. I mean, I'm still not wowed by that signing. I'm be honest with you, I still probably wouldn't have signed him for that much money. But he's not bad. He's got something that we don't have. Great teeth. No, I'm joking. No, he's good in 1v1 situations, but his end product's still not great. But to me, why spend £52 million on a backup right winger when we needed a starting left winger more than a backup right winger? That doesn't make no sense to me. That doesn't make no sense. You know, that's like needing tyres on your car, but you bought a new air freshener. Listen, mate, them tyres, yeah, I'm skidding around the corner like Mario Kart, but you should smell this air freshener, mate. Jeez, this car smells good. You're like, brother, what are we doing here? Like, it's all mad. It's all mad. Right. Yeah, the analogies are just... I can't stop at the moment. I genuinely can't stop with the analogies. We have some breaking news, people. It is the conversation we were just having. So it's not news that's going to surprise you, but it is It is advancing very quickly, and it is Manchester City, of course. Ain't it funny, right? When when Man City want to sign a player, I feel like the deal gets done in about half an hour. Like it's not half an hour, obviously, but I feel like it's just done within like, oh, they've made a move, they're gonna get him, it's done, it's dusted, it's finished. With Arsenal, we wouldn't sign Guehi till like 11 p.m. on the 31st or the 30th of January. Man City are like, yeah, Man City are interested in Guehi. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens with that. And then you're like, oh, it's pretty much done and dusted already. Um, they just don't mess about, do they? Where's that gone? I just had breaking news about it. Anyway, it's about Guehi going to Man City. So you won't be surprised. But where was that breaking news? I just saw it. I think Sammy Mockbell just tweeted it. Somebody said Fabrizio's tweeted it as well. Um, yeah, Sammy Mockbell's put it out first. Let me get the news up just so you can see. There we go. 2 minutes ago, Sammy Mockbell, Manchester City have agreed a deal in principle with Crystal Palace to sign Mark Guehi. The England defender will now formally agree personal terms ahead of undergoing a medical. What is people? Am I no? Am I getting trolled? It. I'm seeing 20 million. No, what? Is this? Is that this can't be real? 20 million for Guehi, and we're not putting a bid in. We ain't got no dough. I'm seeing 20 million. People, are you seeing 20 million? I saw 30 million. Now I'm seeing 20 million. Palace have really. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the Fabrizio one. Yeah, you're right. That's unbelievable. That is an unbelievable bit of business. What are Liverpool doing? I mean, the problem is he's going to reject Liverpool for City. Breaking Mark Guehi to Manchester City. Here we go. Official proposal accepted by Crystal Palace. Understand the fee will be around £20 million. Guehi has accepted the move to Manchester City. Wow. I thought 30 million was cheap. 20. Palace have said. Palace tried to stay strong, man. Steve Parish, he's pulled the panic button. Listen, I don't know the finances of Crystal Palace, but I think Palace should have just rode that one out until the end of the season and said, look, man, if you can win the Conference League, because I don't think they'll even win the Conference League without him. It's a great signing for City, man. I don't know what it is. There's something about these two deals that City have made that really are annoying me a little bit. The players they've got, the amount they've paid for them, to pay 85 million for Guehi and Semenyo is just fantastic business. Premier League proven. They're just going to hit the ground running straight away. Liverpool look stupid as well, but yeah, it's annoying because the issues that City had, I kept saying, yeah, without Doku, they ain't got no pace in their front three. And they've added Semenyo. And then you've got Guehi now at centre. You see how this is what we've still got to do as a club moving forward is you saw last January we were desperate for a striker and we didn't buy one and our season capitulated. City go, oh, we need a winger with pace. Yeah, go and buy Semenyo. Oh, we need a centre-back. Yeah, go and buy Guehi. But don't even offer what Liverpool offered in the summer. Offer 20 million. Oh, yeah, they've panicked and let him go. We need to be ready, like in a situation where in January, if you need something, you can do it. You can do it. Listen, I'll be real. These deals annoy me. They annoy me because I rate the players they've signed. Semenyo and Guehi is just, honestly, it's fantastic business. And they are two players that we could have done with. Guehi was always going to be tough because we can't guarantee him first team football. Semenyo would have got in our team. But we got to focus on ourselves at the end of the day. You know, we're 6 points clear. We got to win games of football. If they go and lose to Man United tomorrow or draw, then we're still in a great position. But yeah, it's fantastic business. Big up Matty. What is it? They are getting proven signings for proven problem areas. And this is the thing. Arsenal have been in this situation too many times and ignored it. Oh, we need a defensive midfielder. Nah. No, we need a striker. Nah. You know, 30 million Guehi is a market opportunity, but as I said, Fitz, I don't think we've got a penny to spend in this window. I really don't. Sahil said, see you watching AFCON, Brahim Diaz is tearing it up. Yeah, and there's rumours he could be allowed to go, but I think with Alonso leaving, a lot of those Madrid players will sit tight for a little bit and sort of wait and see what happens. Yeah, I don't think Brahim Diaz will leave right now. Good player. Very good player. But yeah, listen, we got to focus on ourselves. We knew City were going to do business. I've said all along, Arsenal finished their transfer business in the summer. They're not doing anything in January. I know Arteta went in a press conference, oh, we got to see what's available, but we ain't got the money. We would have bought Nkapie permanently if we had the money. Richard said, start bench sell, Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, The Rock, Stone. The Undertaker. There's too many. There's too many there. Ultimate Warrior was one of my first favourites. I was a little kid them times there. When Ultimate Warrior used to shake on the ropes, I swear down, the house would jumping around. Look, he's shaking on the ropes. And people are hitting him. He's just shaking like he can't feel anything. I said, nah. That guy's one of my heroes. I'm telling you. Stone Cold will always, because allegedly we was having fights in the playground at school, and the Stone Cold Stunner was one of the best moves. You know, the little kick to the stomach, and then just bang. You know what I mean? Bret the Hitman Hart was a legend as well. Undertaker. You know, there's too many. There's too many there. I can't. Ultimate Warrior might be the one. He was my first favorite, I think, out of wrestling. Like I say, the Warrior Shake on the ropes was incredible. It was epic. I'll be honest, I haven't watched wrestling since it changed to WWE. When people say, "Yo, do you watch WWE?" I'm like, "What's that?" They're like, "Wrestling." I'm like, "Oh, brother, I'm WWF." You know what I mean? I don't know about this WWE. I used to watch WCW and WWF. You know what I mean? That's what I was watching. I don't know about all this John Cena and all that. Nah, not really for me. You know, I was Bret Hart and Triple H and The Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior. That was what I was doing. Well, let me answer this. I always like when people have a go. Well, have a look. But I don't avoid these. He said, no, my ball knowledge is fantastic, bro. You just don't understand it. He said, you said we don't need Semenyo. He's not good enough for us. Now you're saying he's making City better. Make your mind up, mate. Let me explain it. We need a starting left winger. I want a game changer, right? I don't want another decent player. I want somebody that, in my eyes, is a game changer. I didn't think Semenyo should be at the top of the list of the left wingers that we go for. I think we can get better. With Manchester City, they're not desperate. They're adding him to something that's already good. They've got Doku, they got Foden, Cherky, Haaland. Their attack was balling out already. So if you've got a lot of options and you add it to it, it can be a really good signing for you because you're not in desperate need. I want a left winger that I think is, he's taken us up a level. So Semenyo, to me, to Arsenal, was not as big a signing as it is for Man City because I think we need a better left winger than Semenyo. That's my opinion. Enjoy the rest of your day, Mammoth. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sting in WCW, legend. Absolute legend. I think Semenyo's better on the right. We've got Saka on the right, so that was my point as well. We need a left winger, a game changer. Not another right winger to go and push him on the left and try and do a job. Do your job. Just do your job, Mammoth. Pep the checkbook manager strikes again. 115 FC. If you've got it, why not, people? If you walk in Selfridges and your bank account's stacked and you walk out Louis V jacket, Louis t-shirt, Amiri, all this, that, the other. If you've got it, why not? You know, Pep's got it. Who can blame him? You got a big stack of money there in January. You spend it, right? Top managers go to the top clubs. Top clubs have usually got big money. That's how it goes. In Bruno Fernandes, we trust. Yeah, man. Tomorrow, we need Bruno to, score and do that celebration. Manchester I've just got a feeling. I've got a feeling United will get something out of that game. I'll probably be sitting on the watch along. They're 3-0 down after 20 minutes and I lock it off. Well, I've got a feeling United will get a point. Curtis with another watch along that won't happen. Richard, it'll happen, mate. I said I was going to do El Clasico. I did El Clasico. I will see you all 12:15 p.m. tomorrow for the Manchester derby. And then I will be back at 4:30 for Forest against Arsenal. We will be there, guys. We will be there. Does this make it free transfer windows with no transfers? Is that what we've done? I know last year we didn't. The year before I was thinking that might have been the Daily Doosan one, and I don't think we did sign anyone. We don't like the January window, man. We're not interested. Cormac said, Roy versus Carrick versus Daichi in a cage match. Who wins? Listen, mate, there's only one winner. Only one person's coming out of there, mate. It's the Ginger Genius. Carrick, no chance, mate. And Roy, no, not a chance, fella. White Glove said, Haaland 50 mil, Cherky 35, Guehi 20. Cherky had some crazy clause in his contract. Haaland obviously had a clause. He never signed a new deal after signing. But there was crazy signing on fees. Didn't his dad get like 20 million for that signing on fee? Just for making him. Man's not even his agent. He just said, look, I made him and he's a top player. I need 20 million. Guna Genk said, buying Nketiah for 30 and selling Guehi for 20. Yeah, that's rough, man, Palace. Bleck said, who is the one player you would sign this January to guarantee us the Premier League, Champions League and the FA Cup? I'm assuming you mean a player that's gettable, right? I'm not going to say Mbappe or like Lamine Yamal. Would you go Rodrigo? I mean, guarantee is a strong word when you say Prem, Champs and FA Cup. Yeah, we need the left winger. Leao or Rodrigo? I think Rodrigo would work better in our system because he works harder than Leao, but I am a fan of Leao, I can't lie. Yeah, the Here We Go has dropped, people. Guehi is a City player this weekend. Here we go from Fabrizio. SG said, because Pep and City board wouldn't buy the likes of Hap, there you go for 65 mil. And 275k wage, Madueke for 50 mil, making Odegaard as the captain. And you know the thing with City, if City dropped 50 or 60 mil on a player, and he doesn't work, he's gone within a few years. Remember when they bought Ferran Torres? And he was okay, but very quickly he was back in Spain before he'd even got used to playing in the Premier League. Oh yeah, we've had a look at him. He ain't quite what we thought. Get rid of him and profit as well. Yildiz as well. Yeah, sorry, Yildiz another one. Big fan. Or they drop 100 million on Grealish. We all saying, yeah, Grealish don't even look good left wing. He looked like he was buffering, like he don't want to run at a fullback. They went, yeah, won the treble. On your bike, fella. Go and get a loan move at Everton. And then we'll sell you for about 30 million. Kelvin Phillips, starting in the Euros next to Declan Rice for England, goes to Man City within a few months. Pep's in an interview basically saying he's overweight. He said he's fat. He don't give a damn, bro. He don't give a damn. Imagine if Arteta signed Calvin Phillips for 50 million and the guy was overweight. He'd be going, oh, guys, he's just a little fluffy guys. Oh, guys, we love him, guys. Mr. Blobby, guys. Pep's like, yeah, he's overweight. He won't play for me. He's going to have to get a loan move. Man ended up at Ipswich. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know who he plays for. Who does Calvin Phillips actually play for? I ain't seen that guy for years. Pep's just wiped him off the face of the earth. Who does the guy play for? He don't even play for anyone. He's actually at Man City. I thought they'd got rid of him. Calvin Phillips, yeah, Phillips Steak. He's actually at Man City. He's made one appearance this season in the EFL Cup. £50 million player. Do you know what I mean? Man just got him rotting in the reserves. Man said, oi, chubby, go and play for the 23s. 50 million. We're giving Havertz a new deal. Pep's ruthless, man. Yeah, he would never sign Havertz, mate. He ain't that stupid. Big up Unknown C. Absolute legend. He's gifted 10 memberships to the community. Big up your damn self, bro. And big up to the 10 new members who've been given the memberships from Unknown C on this Friday. 2,000 of you locked in. Big up the Twitch gang. Isak, 125 million. Semenyo, Guehi and Turkey, 115 million pounds. They're smart, man. They are smart. You know, you look at City, they don't overpay. You know, like you said, Haaland, what was he? 50, 60 million quid, Turkey for 35. Rodri, Ballon d'Or winner, 60 million. Diaz was about 60 million. Look, they got Donnarumma for like 30 million. They're smart, man. They're smart. But yeah, Guehi, here we go to Manchester City, people. But yeah, but listen, focus on ourselves. Focus on ourselves is my best bit of advice. Speaking of focusing on yourself, Zinchenko. Oh, well, Grealish is the only £100 million player that they've bought, I think. And as much as I don't think Grealish was that good at City, they won the treble with him in the team. So Pep will argue that that was their most successful team. You know what I mean? Whether they're their best team, I still think the Leroy Sané, Aguero, Sterling, David Silva City team was way better. But Grealish was part of a treble winning team, you know? Curtis, do you think some of the players watch the channel on burner accounts? Absolutely 100 million%, bro. 1 million%. I was told that after games, a lot of the players are on their phones watching content creators. I was told that by an Arsenal staff member. It's facts. You know, when I was a player, used to go on the forums. I'm getting a bit older now, people. They weren't talking about you on YouTube. You used to go on a forum. And if your name was a subject, you went, oh no. You go on the forum and people, if you've played well, they go, oh, I watched him today, what a player. Or if you'd had a bad game, he's rubbish, get him out of my club. You went, oh no. The forum became YouTube, you know? So yeah, they're definitely locked in, people. They're 100% they're locked in. If you was a player, would you lock in? Yeah, what do the fans think? Imagine having a great game. Imagine Declan Rice, Saliba, those guys are having great games. You go home, you're like, right, let me get a dopamine rush. Let's go online. Yep, they're all glazing me on that channel. You go on there, oh, look, more glaze. Oh, guys, you'd love it. 100% players tune in on burner accounts, man. Anyway, this guy might need a burner account just to get back into the Arsenal training ground. Arsenal loanee Alexander Zinchenko has been removed from the Nottingham Forest Europa League squad after Ola Aina's return from injury. Yeah, guy's on his way out. It just shows you learn a lot about Arsenal players when they leave the club. Odegaard would have reported this channel. Yo, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. It shows sometimes, you know, you look at a player like Rob Holding, oh, he's a good squad player. You know, the man's in the MLS. He failed at Sheffield United. Zinchenko, Forest. This is the equivalent of you buying something from the shop, going back to the shop. They say, we don't do refunds. And you say, no, you can still take the shirt back. They're like, yeah, but you do realize you're getting no credit note. You're getting no money back. Yeah, but it's still got the tags on. You can put it back on the shelf. Yeah, but no refunds, no exchanges. Just take it. You do realize you've spent all that money and you've lost everything. Yeah, I'd rather not have this item. Just take it. That's what Forest are saying to Arsenal. Yeah, I know we've paid the loan fee and we'll pay the... Just take him off our hands, please. I reckon what Arsenal will do is try and get him another club, bring him back from Forest and get him out there. Whatever you do, Mikel, don't try and drop Zinchenko on us as the January, you know, oh, guys, like a new signing, guys, because he can play at left back and we ain't got many left backs at the moment. Anyway, African Sci-Fi, Mamouche coming back too. Yeah, Ait Nouri's back and Mamouche will be back after the... no, they're out. Yeah, they're out, so he's on his way back. He'll probably be back... He could be back for tomorrow, actually, Mamouche. Invisible Car, watching from Brazil, representing for the Silent Listener crew. Big up Big C and the see you net. Big up all the silent listeners. You know, it makes me laugh when the silent listeners come out. You know, I always say, people, it's a safe space. There's a lot of people who are like, look, man, this is my first comment. I've been listening for years. I've never said anything. Yo, big up. Everyone who stays in the background and doesn't type anything, doesn't want no limelight, you're appreciated as well. But, you know, we got a loud community. We got enough people in the chat that they don't give a damn. They'll talk all day, which is what it's about. You need balance, right? Big up everyone. But, yeah, Zinchenko, you're going to have to find another club, mate. You're going to have to find another club. Imagine we were trying to win a league title with this guy at left back. He's gone on loan to Forest, and Forest are saying, yeah, do one, mate. Do one. We don't, and they're fourth from bottom in a relegation battle, and they're saying, yeah, we're not interested. We don't want you anywhere near this club. Yeah, guys, big Europa League game on Thursday for Forest, man. Yeah, us, not you. Not you, mate. What do you mean? I'm on loan at Forest for it. No, we've removed you out the squad, mate. Ola Reiner's in the squad. You'll be in Nottingham doing fitness work, mate, until we can send you back somewhere else. Tough times, guys. Tough times, guys. Right, let's get into I would say the most difficult part of the Friday stream, and I always say I give you a pre-warning if you need to make a phone call, if you need to take the bins out, if you need to make a cup of tea, if you need to go toilet, if you need to just wash your face, make some cereal. I don't blame you if the numbers dip significantly for the next 5 minutes. It is waffle settings, people. It's that time again. And to be honest, that's the face most of the time we have when we have to listen to this. It's like you're in shock. We're in absolute shock. Look at the surprise on his face. Oh, guys. I cannot believe it, guys. Bert has just told him that we're watching Liao. He's like, what? I can't have that guy here, guys. He's got too much flair, guys. He might have a gold Lamborghini, guys. Oh, guys. Mikel, it's fine. Calm down, man. Relax. He can't even believe it himself. Just relax. It's fine. No more Fofty. No more turning up late. No more flair players, I promise. Only good lads. Only good lads. Only Odegaards, only Havertz, only nice guys. No problem. Relax. It's waffle time, people. The Cone Man is back. Mickey Rouse, the boss. Cone Man music. The Cone Man is leading us to glory. One way or another. One way or another. Either we are free from No Trophies FC, or we go to the very top and we win the big boy trophies. You know, the worst case scenario would be for me, and not everyone will agree with this. The worst case scenario would be if we just nick like a Carabao Cup, don't win anything else, and this guy gets a new contract. You know, because he's got a year left at the end of the season. So he needs to win big. You know what I mean? When you stay in the casino all night, when the wife's told you to come home, but you've stayed in there, you've come out, it's 6 a.m., the sun's out, you've got to make sure you can say, listen, I won big. Like, we're going to the Maldives, all inclusive. Yeah, pack your bags. You can't come home and bring her a McDonald's. She go, well, you were there all night playing poker. Yeah, guess what? I won. How much you win? £12. Here, look in the kitchen. What have you got me? A Big Mac meal? What the hell? You stayed out all night for that? You got to come back and say, yo, and that's what they've done. 6 years of pain and suffering and PR and patience. You better deliver as a Champions League or a Premier League. Not no Big Mac meal or no energy drink cup. Even though I do want the energy drink cup, by the way, but that needs to be, you know what I mean? That's like the chicken nuggets before you get the Big Mac. That's just the side dish. So, yeah, come on, Mikel. Lead us to glory. Don't worry, it's fine. You look under pressure. Relax. We're good. We'll beat Forest. Curtis Shaw Derby. I know. They're not a great team. He knows. You know what? He's just realised we're playing Sean Dyche with a low block. Oh, guys, I cannot deal with a low block, guys. I have no idea how to open them up, guys. Oh, Odegaard. He will have no chance, guys. Oh, guys. Right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. It's a pre-game press conference as well, which means... Let's have a look. Oh, no. Oh, we've got things to do this afternoon, man. Are we going to get through this, guys? Oh, guys. All right, that's quite a long press conference. I will skip if he waffles, people. I really will. I will skip if he waffles. Let's see if the questions have improved. Are there any fresh injury concerns? No. Oh, got a great response out of him. And if there's any chance for players who've been missing out, it might be. I need to meet with the medical staff. We have a training session now. I think we all knew that was happening. Who might be? I can't tell you. It's going well, isn't it? It's going really well. On how Gyökeres has been behind the scenes. I haven't seen him doubt himself. Obviously, he's a very demanding person. He knows the level that we need. Basically, he really wants to fulfill everything we expect of him. He's been trying, very consistent. I thought against Chelsea, he had a great game and scored a goal that helped us win the game. There's a lot of waffle here, people. Hey, Derek 31, 36. I've never commented anything. There you go. There you go. You're in the mix. You're in the mix. Man's asking him a question. Man's saying, I can't tell you. Man said, nah, it's a secret. I can't tell you. Unknown C, not enough syrup for all of this. I'm telling you, bro. Onyeka is having to get used to the scrutiny, he says, for the rest of his career. I think when you know what he's done in the last few years, you just set a standard. Everyone expects you to maintain that. And if the scrutiny and criticism has been fair, he said, I don't know. It's part of the expectations. It's only for Victor. It's for not only for Victor, it's every number 9 in the league or in every top club, in every position. You might see it. I'm playing 4 games in a row away from home. Oh, dear. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they have a nice coach. I'm sure they fly to the games nice and good. They've been to, where have they been to? They've been to Chelsea, West London. Yeah, they probably got there in half an hour. It's not exactly a crazy journey, is it? They're going to Nottingham Forest. North London to Nottingham's about a 2-hour drive. It's not exact. They're not going to be jet lagged when they get there. And they played Portsmouth on the south coast from London, probably 3 hours maximum. They probably flew there in 40 minutes. And then they go to Italy on Wednesday. What are we doing it? We're acting like they've gone to Australia. You know what I mean? The other side of the world. I don't even want to read the answer. In certain things, yes, especially looking at the opponent, things we're going to be able to train, we can replicate in games. Yeah, I've heard enough. Oh my days, they've got Anelka on the screen. One of my favourite players. And if he tells players he needs them more in certain games like Sir Alex Ferguson used to. He said, I don't know the whole context of that, but the first thing is that as a team, we prepare the game and we win it. I never knew that was the most important thing in football, that you win the game. Quite surprised. Let's go through it. And what challenges Forest pose under Sean Dyche? I mean, listen, mate, I'm a top coach. I'm really good at what I do. You can see straight away the fingerprints on the team. You better say pause, mate. There ain't no fingerprints on this team. The way they play, the results they got against some of the big teams as well, how difficult they make it for you. I'm so experienced in the league, so it's a tough match, mate. It's a tough match. You can come in my office after and have a pint of diesel if you want, Mikel, mate. You know what I mean? No problem. Plenty of petrol for you, mate. Right, let's skip that. I don't know why I did that in the Sean Dyche accent. It's just to get us through this agony. And if you will have an eye on the Man City game, we know that we can only focus on what we do. And the games are earlier. If you have the possibility to see them, you do it. If they are later the same, nothing changes. And if he senses belief among the squad, we can achieve something special. I think we are building very good momentum. Belief comes from performances, the level of consistency we have shown through 32 games. What we did the other day at Stamford Bridge, it should help us be very convinced. Skip it, people. And Zubomendi's offensive contributions, I'm very happy with the manner he has settled. When you talk to any member of staff or player about him, he has a big smile on his face. That's something very positive. Skip, skip, and skip. Jonathan Edwards settings, triple jump business, people. Get out of this as quick as you can. On continuing to be good at set pieces, I think practice, it's not a secret. I think mastering what you do, the same in many other aspects of the game. You can clearly see the tendency in this league through it. How hard is it to play at the City ground? Winning away from home in the Premier League is tough. They're a team that we have beaten over the last few years. We have done a lot of things right to beat a really good team. With Sean, they are different, very, very efficient. Skip, and if we have to get used to the pressure of playing before or after City rather than at the same time, he said every season is normally the same. We don't normally play at the same time. Terrible questions. On the difficulty of playing a team fighting to stay in the league, said, I don't know. It depends on the day, what the game presents. I'm barely awake reading this. How we've managed not to concede more than 2 goals in a Premier League game since December 2023. Was that Luton Town? I think that was. With the right level of organisation, yep, skip it. On the importance of good social skills among the team, which Thomas Tuchel has been discussing. I fully agree with Thomas. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Thomas the Tank Engine settings, people. I've got to do this just to get through the press conference. I'm nearly asleep. I'm hanging on here, people. Thomas the Tank Engine. Every kid surely grew up loving that. Fat controller. You know what I mean? All the trains. Unbelievable. Good times, people. Good times. Anyway, back to the waffle. On if a player could get in our team with just good social skills. Unfortunately, there are certain limits and certain things that have to be it. Yeah, do you know what? That guy, the way that guy's talking, I tell you what, let's play him left back this weekend. So what? We got a chance. That question, I just don't understand that question. I need to hear that question for context. But that could be one of the worst questions I've ever heard in my life in a press conference. And we've had some seriously painful questions. That question makes no sense. I need to hear the context. Could a player get in our team with just good social skills? I mean, yeah, you can't defend, you can't run, you can't tackle. You're not good on the ball, but your conversations are incredible. Let's play him at left back this week when we go and play Man City at the Etihad in April, actually, because he talks incredible, and there's no way Semenyo will be able to deal with a guy who communicates that well. These guys get university degrees, get in debt with the government, get jobs at major companies to ask, could a player get in the team because he's got good communication skills? It was made in jest, apparently. It's not that funny, though, really. Do you know what I mean? Michael Oliver's been appointed the ref. Do you know what? I never care who the ref is. They're all bang average anyway. All right, let's get this pain over with. What he likes about playing 2 nines together. The Chelsea game, in my opinion, was demanding, the spaces, but when does he really ever play 2 nines together? One of them drops into midfield. If he wants to keep trying those combinations, yes, and especially with certain games. And if Waneri might play in the next few games, that's a better question, but he'll get out of it. They all have the option to play. We have to see for each game which ones. We have certain limitations, especially in the league with the numbers you can bring in the squad, unfortunately. Yeah, everybody has to make contention, which means you ain't in the squad, mate, until we're rotating in a Champions League game. So, yeah, I wouldn't invite your family to Forest away, Ethan, because you will not be playing. And he should be playing, by the way. He's a good player. And what surprised him most this season, he said, I don't know. Probably the capacity to adapt to certain unexpected things that happened. Players having to play in positions they haven't played before. Just put us out of our misery. How players have dealt with having more competition very positively. You look at Chelsea, 2, 3 or 4, City or Liverpool. Any team that has been in that challenge, this is the nature. Skip it. If he's happy with the offside rule, happy depends on the situation. Is he in favour of the new rule suggested by Wenger? They're trying to improve it. And if he'd support that, I don't know. I need to see more details. On Rice's argument, you mean, with AirPod Albert, all sorted, all good. And if that shows the high standards, yes. And the good thing is, by the time I found out, the problem was resolved. So that's very good. He probably went, listen, AirPod, what are you listening to? He went, yeah, Oasis. He went, what? That's Man City's song at the end of the game. Get it off. You don't touch my headphones. Come here, Declan. Put him in a headlock. Dear, oh dear. One of the worst press conferences in the history. Big up Elliot Roberts, member. We didn't even get the sipping syrup Maybach music tweet. That's how boring it was. It probably put him to sleep. Big up Elliot, man. Max Kellerman. The name's got. Why am I shortening the name? As a rival fan, sorry, but think you guys will bottle it. I suppose, as they say, the proof is in the pudding. We have to win. The talking doesn't mean anything, does it? You know, there's a logical explanation for Arsenal winning the league and Man City winning the league, and that's the beauty of football. If I sat here now and went, Pep Guardiola is a better manager than Arteta, they've got a better attack, They've added Semenyo, Mamouche and Ait-Nouri are back from AFCON, Rodri's back from injury, Guehi's been signed, they're experienced, they've won it before, they're the favourites to win it. You'd go, well, everything you've said there makes sense. They've got a better manager, they've signed good players, their squad now looks like it's really on form, and they've got the best striker in the league. On the other hand, you could say, well, Arsenal are 6 points clear. They've had more difficult away games than City. They've got a squad that looks strong, a bench that looks solid. They defend better than Man City. And I think this year they'll get over the line. And Declan Rice could probably win PFA Player of the Year. You'd go, well, that defence might get you over the finish line. So there's a logical explanation for both sides of it. It's which one you believe is more likely to happen. This channel is funny, said, see, as an ex-player, what do you think about the bust-up between Declan and the coach? I think it's poor from Dec. I wouldn't want my captain doing that. It's hard to say, innit, what the context is. What I've noticed with Declan this season is he's been frustrated for a little while. There's been a few games. I remember when we beat Wolves, he stormed off the pitch, you know, and he was arguing with the players about celebrating going 2-1 up. He was like, bro, relax. Like, we haven't played well. And so I don't have a problem with it. I think sometimes the only thing I would say, get in the changing room before you have that bust up. You don't want it always to be shown on camera, but I think Declan is... What we got to understand, Declan turned down Man City to come to us. If he'd have gone to Man City, guaranteed he's got trophies in his cabinet by now. Probably a few of them as well. Because if he'd have been in midfield with Rodri, and even when Rodri was out, they would have won trophies, you know. He's taken a big chance coming to Arsenal. He ain't here for no joke. He's saying, listen, I left West Ham when he was Mr. West Ham. Their fans can't stand him. He's turned down Pep. He's come here to achieve something major. So he ain't ramping. So he's probably going into the tunnel, 3-2 win against Chelsea, going, lads, that's not good enough. We could have killed the tie off. I'm here to win trophies. I'm here to be a legend. You've only got one career, so I don't mind the odd argument. As I said, I know people who worked at Arsenal when Thierry was there. They said, yo, the amount of times Arsenal players were squaring up to each other, arguing, shouting after games. Because that hunger to win. Now, maybe Arsenal need that a little bit in that changing room. The impression I get is that changing room's been too nice for the last few years. That, you know, oh, unlucky, pats on the back. No, you need someone to go in there and say, lads, that's not acceptable. I didn't come here to finish second. And he's won a Conference League, whatever we think about that. He's experienced winning a final, which a lot of our team haven't experienced. So I don't mind those demands from him. I really don't. Solo, big up to you, Solo 353, new member. Big up your damn self each and every time. I think his mentality is fantastic. He's 27 the other day, wasn't he? He's maturing. He knows now what this is going to take. He's been in a final with England and felt that pain. He's finished second with Arsenal. You think, as a player, when you experience failure and defeat, you don't want that feeling again. He doesn't want to experience that again. And the whole dressing room has to feel like that. That's the only way we probably drive over the finish line. No one asked about Eze. Big up Elliot, man. He's here. Right here, Curtis. Oh, did he put the tweet or did I miss it? I might have missed it. Farley impressions. Yeah, Farley is the inspiration of the Sean Dyche impression. I've got to get him back on the channel. I've got to get him back on. He's brilliant. Big up Emmanuel. Familiarity breeds disrespect. You'd read through it if he was a new coach, top of the EPO champions. Nah, listen, man. I'll be honest with you, man. It's not even a disrespect thing. His press conferences are painful. That's no... I'm not being disrespectful to the guy. Like, you've heard Mourinho press conferences. Like, they're blockbuster, man. He gives you things that you want to hear. He's funny. He might have a go at somebody in the... Even Pep. Pep looks like he don't want to talk to anybody. He's just like, oh, why is this idiot asking me dumb questions? Like, this guy, it is like a politician, man. I'm sorry. He might become a great manager, but that press conference will always be waffle settings. I'm sorry. Oh, guys, I like the players with good social skills, guys. Richard Reed, big up Big C. I could be the next Gooner centre-back. I have brilliant social skills. Yeah, you've got a chance. Just talk well, and maybe you'll get in the team. Yeah, it's just banter, people. Don't take it to heart. Oh, he's being disrespectful to Mikel. He's top of the league. He won't read every word. No, I will not read every word. It's painful to listen to. People, let's pick our team for tomorrow and pick the team that we think Mikel Arteta will pick. Obviously, back to Premier League action. So, Kepa, take a break. Wasn't totally convinced by Kepa's performance the other day. I thought the second goal, he was all over the place, the way he came out for that cross. So, yeah, we're certainly not going to be playing him in the Premier League anytime soon. We've got to be a bit careful because players like Ben White just come back again. Can you play them and play them and play them? I would make changes away at Inter in the week. I know it's the Champions League, and on paper it looks like a massive game of football, and you definitely don't want to go to Italy and get spanked, but I would make a few changes for that Inter Milan game. Obviously, if somebody's available, if you can get Nketiah or somebody back, maybe you can play them at left back. Would I play Lewis Skelly? Probably not. I don't think I would. Do you know what? I'd play the same back four. I'm going to be totally honest. Some of you may disagree. Let me know in the comments. Would you play Lewis Skelly and then maybe you could rest Timber or Ben White? But Forest are quite direct. They've got pace in wide areas. Amari Hutchinson, Hudson-Odoi. Just not in form at the moment. I can't have Gabriel at right centre back. That just doesn't work. So I'm just gonna go with that solidarity. It is Sean Dyche. There will be direct. I don't think we can underestimate this game. And then I would rest one of them against Inter. That's what I would do. Against Inter, yeah, you can play Lewis Skelly. And I know on paper it's a big game, but even if we draw with Inter, I'll be pleased. Midfield, I would make one change to the midfield. Zubimendi had one of his best games in the week. Declan Rice has to play for obvious reasons. Do you know? No, I've got here. I'm gonna play Eze. We've got to start getting something out of him as a player. At the moment, we are getting nothing out of him in terms of talent. And the longer he's on the bench, I think the worse this situation will get. And what you don't really want to do to Eze is play him against Inter Milan in the San Siro with a heavily rotated team. And then you know that's just going to be a tough night. He'll be running round, physical game, he won't do much. Play him in the Forest game. Forest are struggling at the moment. Odegaard was poor the other night. I would play Eze. Will he play Eze? I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. How much you betting Eze gets stitched up and plays against Inter Milan with a weakened team and he won't play well and then Odegaard will play the rest of the season? I bet money on it. I will be shocked if Eze starts against Forest, but for me, I would start him. Part of me was thinking, would I play Ethan? I possibly would. On the right, still going to go Saka. He wasn't terrible the other night, but as I explained, the end product's got to be better, but we need to try and get some chemistry between Saka and Gyökeres. And I'll probably play Noni against Inter Milan, to be honest. On the left, I didn't think Trossard was great the other day, and Martinelli did score a hat-trick, but then Martinelli's not good in the Premier League at the moment. Who would you guys play on the left? Would you play Trossard or Martinelli? And then who do we think he's going to play? Took Trossard off after about 60 minutes. Martinelli got a hat-trick. I think I'd... We might hit them on transition a lot. Here we go. We're going to tie those Reds in knots with Arteta robots and that Coman music. Let's play Martinelli. He scored a hat-trick against Portsmouth. And obviously, Gyökeres up top, people. That would be my team. That would be my team that I would start. I think he will probably play Odegaard ahead of Eze, which I hope he doesn't, but I think he will. I would rest Saka against Inter Milan. Just looking at ahead against Inter, I would take out Timber or Ben White and put Lewis Skelly at left back if none of the other defenders are back. I would take out Saka for Noni. I would probably give Gyökeres a break as well and play maybe Jesus. He's probably fitter than, or play Havertz. I would even like to maybe give Zubimendi or Rice a rest, but who would you play? Maybe Marino. What you don't want to do is go to Italy and get battered, because Inter are top of the league and they'll probably have a stronger team out. But I would make at least 3 or 4 changes against Inter in the week. We've got Kairat in the last Champions League game. We'll beat them at home. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he plays Trossard. He loves Trossard. This is what I would pick. I would think he might play Trossard on the left. He might play Odegaard over Eze, but you've got to put some faith in Eze at some stage. You just can't give him the cast-off minutes. You need to show him you're still one of our players, and we're still going to use you in the right game. Forest are quite a physical team. You know, Ryan Yates, they've got Sangari, they've got Elliot Anderson, they've got Douglas Luiz in midfield. You know, they'll get about Odegaard, and but then they're not very good at the moment. That's the thing. So it'll be interesting. I think he'll probably start Trossard, play Martinelli against Inter, because also Martinelli's played well in the Champions League. So I think he'll look at that and go, Martinelli might suit playing away from home, Inter attackers. Martinelli might help us in transition. Forest might actually sit quite deep and deny him space. Martinelli in the Premier League, 16 games, 1 goal and no assists. So in the Premier League, he has been awful. In the Champions League, 5 games and 4 goals. So he's been much, much better in the Champions League. So yeah, I think he'll probably go with Trossard. And play Martinelli against Inter. But I hope Eze gets a start. I think he needs minutes. Big up Solo353, who is a new member. Big up to you each and every time. And big up to everyone locked in. Gibbs White as well. Yeah, good player. Oh, he's got 5, has he? Not 4. Apologies. The website, they were saying 4. I thought he had 5 and 5. GG Trucker. See, in Zimbabwe, we've decided to fund. We asked fans to vote. Who's a... What? Nah. Hey, listen. If I didn't win that vote, I'd be very disappointed. Let's just say that, you know what I mean? So it's got to have been rigged. Big up to the Lyle brothers, but I think I'd win that race quite easily. No disrespect to anyone though, but yeah, big up. Guehi joining City, we are screwed. Nah, listen, it's a very good signing. For anyone just tuned in, Mark Guehi to Manchester City. Here we go, £20 million. And Glasner has confirmed he's leaving Palace at the end of the season. So Palace in turmoil, manager going, captain going. I'm sure somebody's going to go and cherry pick Adam Wharton in the summer as well. Very good player. As I said, people, yeah, make sure you smash the likes. Premier League table before we get out of here. Big weekend. Manchester Derby tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff. United against City. I think United might be able to get a point out of it, but maybe it's more hope than expectation. Ahmad and Mbuemo back from AFCON, but then Mamouche and Aït-Nouri back for Man City. And Semenyo will play. I don't know if Guehi will have signed in time to play. Probably not, because it says he's still got to have his medical. Villa have got Everton. I think they'll win that. So yeah, but big weekend away at Forest. Big up to everyone locked in. Appreciate your support as always. Make sure you hit the like button on the video and hype the video up afterwards as well. It does help massively getting the video shared around with that hype button. YouTube are really pushing it at the moment. So it would be a big help. Big up to everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I will see